25 years ago. Those of us that are old enough to remember back then, what they used to advertise on TV all the time.
Stop smoking.
Well, cigarettes. They used to advertise cigarettes. It was a big, everybody's smoking, everybody's smoking, right? And then right after that, what happened? Everybody's like, no, smoking is horrible. It causes cancer. We all need to stop. We need to be more conscious of this. Stop smoking. It's not the cool thing that we've been promoting to you guys for a long time, right? So I think that's the next evolution in the consciousness of health right now. It's like we have to be more conscious of what we're putting in our bodies, eating wise, because it's also causing cancer. The National Cancer Association has put up that processed meats are a type 1 carcinogen. The equivalent of smoking cigarettes if you're eating those hot dogs. Okay, now think about this. You take a hot dog, right, which is already a class 1 carcinogen, right? Now you go to a barbecue, right? You put it on the grill. You know how they get those burnt marks on the grill? That is also carcinogen, right? So now you're doubling up.
The charcoal and the flames.
And the whole nine. Putting all that on that. Now that's developing more carcinogens in your body, right? And we're not even realizing that. And then we go to a doctor one day and was like, man, how did I get this cancer? I don't smoke, I don't do this, but I still got cancer. Where did it come from? But what am I consuming? What am I putting into my body? Now we're at that same event, right? We just had a hot dog that's been on the grill that has those charcoal burns and the whole thing. And what do we normally do at those kind of events? Do we drink?
Yeah.
We have some alcohol?
Yes.
Alcohol.
Also known to have properties to cause cancer. Now we've just put three things into our body that all have properties of causing cancer and carcinogens, right? And I don't think we look at it like that. I don't think our minds even grasp that concept of these things that we're putting into our body. It might not happen after one time. Like how many cigarettes does it take to get cancer?
One. I don't think we know.
One cigarette?
It's just,
Or is it a lifestyle of just doing those kind of things, right? It's a lifestyle, right? Yeah. Over time, everybody's body is different, right? But over time, that cancer can develop, right? Not saying that if you smoke 10 years that you're going to have it. Not saying that you smoke 20 years. But over a period of time, if that's part of your lifestyle, you put yourself at a higher risk. Risk factor, right? We're talking about quality of life. Putting yourself at a higher risk. And what I want to do is just educate you at lowering the risk. Doing the polar opposite. How can I lower my risk of developing these things? Right? So, now is it, if I go to one barbecue and eat one hot dog, I'm going to have cancer? No. But it's a lifestyle. It's like if you're constantly, every weekend, you're going to events, you're drinking, you're eating these kind of foods, and now you're wondering why you developed it, you have a better understanding. It's the lifestyle that you live. Now, this also goes with beef. Beef. How many of us have had a steak, right? I know I used to go to Texas Roadhouse on a regular basis, get me a steak, whatever the case may be, at least a couple times a month. And then I'd have some, at family events or whatever the case may be. Same thing. We're taking that. We're throwing that on the grill. Flaming it up. Barbecue. It's summertime. We're having fun. We're partying. We're just living life. We're not thinking. We're not being conscious of these things. Same thing. Adding more carcinogens into our bodies. Right? So, how many of us know anybody that's ever had a cancer scare, breast cancer, anything like that? Raise your hand. Now look at this. Not just one person, but everybody's hand went up.
Yes.
Right? And not everybody might have smoked, or whatever the case may be. But how did they develop it? How did they get this cancer in their body? Right? It's lifestyle. It can develop. right? Now, my goal is, with these talks, right, is just to plant a seed. You guys have the choice to do whatever you want with the seed that we planted today. You can continue to water the seed. You can continue to do your own research, looking these things up, better understanding it. But my goal is just to plant over 1 million seeds. And those that choose to water the seeds and grow the seeds and have a better understanding of what they're doing to their body, so you guys have a better quality of life as we get older, as a collective group. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We've seen the generations pass. Our parents, our grandparents, and maybe some of us are our great-grandparents, right? And see how they've gotten older and the type of diseases that they've developed through lifestyle choices, right? And a lot of these things can actually be avoided by the nutrients that we put in our body. And they didn't know. It's not like, their generation, the couple of generations prior to us, just didn't know. They didn't have the information. It wasn't out there. But us moving forward, the information is there. You know what I'm saying? These things are facts. They've been proven. They put it out there. They tell us this causes cancer. This gets you sick. And guess what? If we choose to continue to do it, that's on you at the end of the day. We all have choices to make at the end of the day. Not a bad person for it. That's just the life you choose, right? But for those of us that want to not only educate ourselves, how many of us have kids? A couple of us have kids in here, some of us. We can help educate our kids as well. Now, when I talk to my kids, I just inform them. I said, do you know what that is? Do you know what that can do? Do you know what that's done to others? Just let them know. It's like, wow, I didn't know that, Dad. I said, and all I want to do is tell you so you know going forward. Because a lot of things that I thought that was true when I was younger, which was my dad telling me that diabetes runs in the family, high blood pressure runs in the family, right? It's one thing if something is genetically passed down to you. Your eye color can be genetically passed down to you. Your skin color can be genetically passed down to you. These diseases, not so much. A very small percentage of diseases are passed down through genetics, right? But lifestyle is passed down. Things that we eat, how we gather, how we interact with each other are passed down, right? So we have the choice to make a difference. When we gather and be sociable, do we have to have a drink? We don't. Nope. Why do I have to have a drink to hang out with my friends? I don't have to. I can choose to, but I don't have to. And a lot of times when we gather, we drink. We feel like we have to. I have to loosen up. I have to, be myself. I can't be myself without a drink. You got to ask yourself those questions. Well, why does it take a drink for me to loosen up and be myself? Let's get to the bigger question. Why? Why is that, right? When we get together and hang out, we got to go eat. Well, why can't we go on a hike? Why can't we go on a walk? Why can't we do an activity, go ride bikes, go water skiing, go, you know what I'm saying? Why does it have to be based around food? Right. To enjoy each other's company. Right. So, going forward, I want to help us better understand. Let's start making lifestyle changes. Lifestyle changes will develop better quality of life as we get older. Mommy, it's time for gymnastics class. That's beautiful. She's ready. So, what other things did we see on there that we saw that caused cancer? So, sugar, because that's sugar. Sugar. Which isn't like a lot of stuff. Which is in. Say that one more time, Christina. Everything has some form of processed sugar in it, right? It's crazy. And a lot of us have what kind of addiction? Sugar addictions. That's like the number one thing when I talk to people. It's like, man, but I can't give up this sugar. This shit is crazy. I'm really addicted to it. I need a cookie. I need a pastry. I need something. I need my fix. And the the endorphins that sugar releases in your body is just as addictive as cigarettes. It's just as addictive as cocaine.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Yeah, I saw it.
So cocaine, same equivalent, like that addiction, that urge, that. So you have to think about it like this. If it has the same addictive properties as something, if you consume cocaine into your body, when you stop doing it, what kind of withdrawals are you going to have?
All kinds.
You're going to have withdrawals. You're going to feel
The
sick.
shakes,
Headache,
You're gonna feel
like diabetes,
all those things. Mood swings. You're going to feel sick.
shaky.
So cutting down, and we're talking about processed sugar. We're not talking about natural sugar that if you're eating a mango, if you're eating some watermelon or something like that. We're talking about processed sugars, right? Once we start cutting back on things like that, you're going to feel like shit. I'll be honest with you. Some worse than others.
Yeah.
You know, some people can kick stuff easier than others, but that's part of the process. If we're eliminating sugar from our diet and our lifestyle, then initially, you're gonna feel like shit. And is it gonna be hard? Have you ever seen anybody try to give up cocaine or anything like that? It's a process. People join groups for it.
Yes.
It's support groups. You gotta be like, man, I needed. I was going. I had a stressful day at work, and I wanted that cupcake.
Yes.
I wanted that piece of cake. You know. All of us has been there at some point in time. But it's real. But thinking about it like this, is it worth eating it over a period of time and knowing that it can develop cancer?
It's not worth it.
Is it worth it? You gotta weigh things out. It's like